Hello, my name is Sin Bagley, and today is June 30th, 2022, and I am doing my daily I Ching practice with Paula Bryan's Visionary I Ching. Just a little note, I won't be doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow I am doing a medical procedure, so I'll be out of it for a few days. So anyway, the first thing that I start to do is take 3 deep breaths. I take these deep breaths to get me into a calm space where I can hear and feel what comes next. The next thing I do is cast the coin 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I happen to have the Paula Bryan's Visionary I Ching app on my phone, so I'm looking down at my phone. This makes it very simple. If I ever need to ask a question when I'm out and running around, I have it right here. So the first I Ching hexagram is 18, repairing the damage. And this has one changing line. Sloppiness is beginning to show itself, as you may be too weak right now to take much effective action. What is spoiling might decay further unless you begin to turn things around. It is time to gather your resources and prepare for remedial action. Okay. And the next I Ching is the cauldron. Excuse me. Sometimes in the morning my voice starts to get a little crackly. So it's number 50, the cauldron. And this is a very, very good, they're all good readings. It's just the cauldron symbolizes nourishment and rejuvenation. Sooner or later, good comes to those who do good. Joy comes to those who bring joy to others. Opportunity comes to those who persist in their dreams. Rejuvenation is returning to one's natural desires and the recharging of batteries that comes from making progress towards one's aspirations. This reading suggests nourishment and transformation for people of goodwill. Good fortune and success are indicated here. Healthy, regular sustenance is vitally important as is symbolized by the cooking pot, which provides nourishment to all. When the cycle of humanity reaches its apex, each person's sustenance comes in the form of fulfilling his or her deepest needs and desires. Rejuvenation means that people in honorable pursuit of their dreams are properly nourished and valued. When society is functioning properly, such people are supported and encouraged to contribute to their best abilities. A fresh approach to old habits is indicated. Look for ways of putting new life into old forms. Only when great vitality is present can real breakthroughs be achieved. Just like anything else, if you don't nourish your mind, you don't have any ideas. If you don't nourish your body, you can't do your work or you become ill. If you don't nourish your spirit, you become dead inside. So these are very, very important things to remember as you go about your day. As for me personally, this kind of points to I need to look at my habits, look at the things that I do daily, and maybe do things just a little differently. For instance, I always walk in the morning. Not always. Today I'm not doing it because I have to prepare for a medical procedure. But I usually walk in the morning. And then when I get home, I'm exhausted. I walk about 30 minutes. So maybe looking at that, one of the new things I started doing was, instead of walking, I turned walking into a social activity. I have a neighbor who is a lot more social than I am, and we decided to get together, and 3 days a week we walk together and just talk. And for 30 minutes we go on a slow walk around the buildings with puppy dog. I have a little black Chihuahua Terrier mix, and she's a terror because she wants to sniff everything. And the big problem with her sniffing is that when she sniffs stuff, well, the last time she did sniff the wrong thing, she was sick for about a week with pancreatitis. So I got to be real careful with her. And she's getting to be an old dog. She's almost 14 or older. If I start talking about the dog, I'll be talking about her the whole entire time. So anyway, it's a new way of doing things. I not only walk, which helps my physical body, I talk to someone else, so that I'm actually talking to someone who's physically there, not just someone who's in the digital space. So I encourage you to go out there, kind of turn off your phones, turn off your computers, and do something physically. Go talk to someone. Go visit family. Be more friendly. One of the things that used to bother me, I lost my late husband about 7 years ago. Oh, it's almost 8 years in September. And every Sunday we used to go out and to IHOP and just have breakfast. And we would sit there and talk and watch people. And it was very sad, because you would see families, mother, father, 2 kids, that was about the normal, would be sitting in a booth, and mom and dad would be on their iPhones. And the 2 kids would be licking the table. They were trying to get their parents' attention, and when the parents weren't doing anything, weren't even noticing them, they would lick the tables, they would lick the salt shakers. It was very disgusting. But, there was no interaction between the parents with each other and the parents and the children. So, do something different. Kind of shut off all these little things that take up all your time, and go out and do something physical. Ride a bike. Be a little more social. Because as an introvert, the internet is a blessing, especially because I have been ill for so many years, and I am not allowed to do much social stuff. When I do social stuff, usually I get sick for a while. But extroverts, you people out there that need to speak and talk and be around other people, this is not necessarily a good space for you. Start looking at what you're doing, and then see if you can do some of this in your physical spaces. But I appreciate you listening to what I have to say. There's nothing worse than to have an old lady sit there and lecture you on what you should be doing. When I was a kid, my grandmother would just, when we came to visit and we'd get so rambunctious we were running around the house, she'd just kick us out the door and said, go play out in the yard. So that's what I'm telling you. Go out there. Go play in the yard. And have a great day.